Hello, everyone. Welcome to a game that I'm not so much playing. It's a game called Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, as you can see. And it's pretty simple. There are ducks, they drop like so, and quite literally, that is basically it. Um, and So the obvious question is, why am I playing Placid? Oh, wait, it didn't even. Hang on, it's not working. Yeah, it is not working. I am noticing. Why you no work? One moment. Hey, there we go. It's working now. But yeah, so why am I playing Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, right? Like, I'm sure that's the question on everybody's mind. Other than, this is basically YouTuber slash streamer bait, right? It's like, what's the point of this, Well, to be completely honest, there isn't that much point to me, like, playing this game so much. Mostly what I'm after is just having it as something, more or less in, like, the background. Um, the main goal here is just, I wanted to take a few moments, let some ducks show up, watch some ducks do whatever that they do, and just kind of talk about, like, where I've been, what I've been doing. Oh, new duck. New duck just dropped. Cool. I wanted to, talk about, like, what it is I'm doing. That's an interesting duck. Looks like dirt duck. There is a thing here, yeah. You can, like, look at the collection and, like, see what ducks you have. And, like, there's all of these ducks. But then there's also the Ducks Please DLC that has this. This game was like $2. Like, for both this game and, like, the DLC, so it was dirt cheap. Thanks to the people on Patreon, I was able to afford to pick up, a dirt cheap game. So, just kind of figured it'd be neat to have running in the background. We could look at the ducks, see what they do. So yeah, mostly, like I said, my goal with this particular video is just, talk about where I've been, what I've been doing, things like that. That's why I'm, like, so much bigger on the screen than usual, is because I figured, like, since I'm mostly talking, I'm not, playing the game so much as talking over the game with something in the background, I'm podcasting, right? So I figured, it wouldn't be too big of a deal if I was a little bit bigger I do, when I'm looking in this direction, I'm looking at the capture, just making sure it's working properly. Um, in case, you know, anyone's curious why I keep looking over there. I think I have probably mentioned it in previous videos, but still. But the whole idea here is like, you know, first off, the big question is like, where have I been? What am I doing? Why has there been like only a couple of videos? Like I did a couple of streams, but then there was just like a couple of streams, you know? So like, where have I been? What am I doing? And the simple answer to that is that I have been debating. So obviously I like, you know, making videos. I like the whole idea of streaming. You know, I started on Twitch back before Twitch was a thing, back when it was still called Justin.tv or JTV. So you know, I've been around for, you know, quite a while in terms of, you know, streaming, recording, etc. Um, um, I'm trying to kind of like collect my thoughts to a degree. Um, so, but yeah, like I've been, you know, ooh, hey, Duck just went to the private pool. Nice. Oh, hey. Wow, this duck is not staying in the private pool for very long, is it? It went down here and then now it's gonna go immediately up here. That's awesome. But like, so like I said, I've been doing some debating, right? You know, what am I wanting to do? You know, what am I trying to do? I've been slowly realizing over the last, you know, couple of weeks here, as much as I do enjoy streaming, it's kind of stressful to a degree. It's not like, you know, it the what's the best way to say it? Oh, hey, we got new duck. We have another duck. So the what I'm trying to say basically is, in streaming, right? You know, I have to dedicate like a specific time where I decide like I'm gonna stream at this time, I'm gonna go for X length of time, I'm gonna do, you know, X game, and you know, so on and so forth and all that. Streaming on Twitch, you can just start it up, go, let it be, you know, and you know, you can just basically, you know, stream in that way. With everything that's happened with Twitch lately, I didn't exactly feel secure in the idea of, you know, continuing to, you know, stream on Twitch because of all of what they're doing. Wow, this, like, is this game actually, like, this difficult for my computer to run? What the heck? I'm looking at the capture. Hopefully the audio's alright. I'm looking at the capture and I'm, like, noticing that it's, like, stuttering. I've only gotten 4 ducks. Well, hopefully this turns out alright. If not, I'll have to re-record it. If you're watching this, then it turned out alright. Um, but streaming on YouTube, like streaming, streaming on Twitch, you can just start the stream whenever. You can stream for however long. You can do whatever. Streaming on YouTube, on the other hand, is a very different beast. It requires other aspects. You have to make a thumbnail. You have to kind of have an idea of what it is you're doing and, what you're streaming and how you're streaming it, And while that on its own isn't an issue, I've come to realize, like, one sort of bigger issue with just streaming in general, and that is that my family is very old-fashioned, and they don't consider the idea of doing YouTube, Twitch, etc. to be something you can make a job off of. And it doesn't matter how many people that there are that literally make a job off of it. They are convinced otherwise. Again, my family is kind of terrible. But beyond, the reason that I kind of bring that up, right, is because of, there's the other duck. The reason I mentioned that is the fact that with trying to stream, with trying to do videos, etc., one of the biggest things that you're going to be dealing with in our modern day is this concept of copyright. And it doesn't matter how much you agree with it or how much you disagree with it or how much you think, whether, like, oh, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea, so on and so forth, It doesn't matter what you think. The point is that Twitch and YouTube and all of that, they kind of have to conform to the laws of copyright. And unfortunately, when it comes to streaming on YouTube, they are extremely strict about the whole copyright thing, right? DMCA, I'm sure people have seen, like, Captain Sparkles. If you haven't, go check him out. But if you haven't, watched Captain Sparkles, streams, you'll notice, or if you have, I should say, if you have watched some of his streams, you'll notice that he's very much like, can I play this? I don't know. DMCA? And unfortunately, that is the biggest issue mostly on YouTube, not so much on Twitch. Whoa, that duck went fast. Not so much on, Twitch, to a degree, the worst that you'll get on Twitch is basically like, oh no, the VOD was muted, more or less, right? But with YouTube, it's like, nope, we're just gonna, we're gonna claim the video, we're gonna strike the video, we're gonna strike your channel, we're gonna, delete your channel, all that. And it can go very sour very quickly. The reason that I bring that up, and I realize that I might seem like I'm rambling, is, again, since my family doesn't view YouTube, Twitch, etc. as something that you can make money off of. About the earliest point that I can like start streaming is when they've all gone to bed, because otherwise there is a television that is in that direction, in the direction I'm looking here, but there's a television that is literally right next to my computer. Like, if I wanted to, I could reach out and touch it. It's like that close, which of course means that my microphone would pick up on it, if I were to try to record anything. Oh, I think we got a stone duck down here. Let's see. There's a duck that's underneath the water. It doesn't look like I can like target that duck though. But yeah, there's a sunken duck over there. So that's interesting. It's the duck's so heavy that it sunk, I guess. So I know that there's some like weird gimmicky ducks like that, so yeah, it's kind of neat to see that happen. Unfortunately, there's no like really true free cam. Like I can control like left, right, up, down, etc. But like I can't. Once I go into free mode here, where I unlock the cursor, I can't move the camera at all. I can't move anywhere. Ooh, another ducky. This is about the best oh, there's an egg. It's about the best that I can do to get close to this duck. Also, my mouse is not moving up and down. There we go. That was weird. But yeah, so the issue, of course, the issue, as I was saying, like, and I wish that I had some way to deal with it, is even though they don't watch the TV at all, they still run the TV. And when I have talked and asked and things, I'm like, why is the TV running if nobody's paying attention to it? Nobody's even cares what's running, this, that, this other, And the answer I always get is, well, it's something in the background. And I just, I'm like, okay, but there are things I could do if the TV wasn't running, and then I basically just get told to deal with it. There really seems to be absolutely nothing I can do about that. The reason, and so the issue comes that I can't record anything until late in the day when they've gone to bed and the TV is off. Or if they're not home, or if randomly, a day has come where they have decided to not be watching the TV. And I've had a few of those, and I always go like, well, I could stream, but then sometimes I've thought oh, I could do a stream, and then I start getting things set up to stream, and then they turn on the TV and start watching, start running it. Other times I'm like, oh, I could stream, and then 2 hours later I'm like, I could have been streaming this whole time, or recording or something, because they haven't been using the TV. And I don't have any control over that. And unfortunately, there's just does not, as far as I can find, I cannot find any way around that. What that ends up leading to is about 11:30 at night, 11:30 p.m. That's when I can start streaming, if they have gone to bed by then, because sometimes they're still awake. Their time to go to bed is 11:30. You know, that's when all of them are basically supposed to have gotten into bed. But sometimes they haven't, and it's all I can do to, you know, figure out some way to predict, some way to like make things work out, so that I either can stream or record or whatnot. Whee, ducky, go down. Nope. um, and it's difficult and it's annoying, but I really don't have a solution for that. And that's sort of part of why I'm making this video, is partially to tell people like, hey, I think I might go back to recording instead of trying to stream. Due in part to that. Another like issue obviously is that like sometimes it's like, oh, it's 11:30, they have gone to bed, I could like start streaming, but I'm kind of in the middle of something, so maybe I'll like stream after I finish that. But then next thing I know, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I'm like, do I really want to start a stream at 1 o'clock? I mean, like, because I'm starting at 11:30 and nobody is even attending anyway. And the few that do end up attending usually have to leave by 12, 1 o'clock. So then, do I bother streaming, you know? All in all, I think it's just going to be easier until I can find some method of being able to do things on my own, you know? I think the best option, unfortunately, is to go back to recording videos, to, you know, be like, you know, because now I can record whenever, you know, if I only have like a half-hour period to record something, I can record a half-hour video, you know. If I have like 3 hours, and I can record several videos, you know. If I have, you know, 45 minutes, you know, but anyway, you get the point. So I think the idea is that I'm going to be returning to pre-recorded. I really don't want to. I much prefer streaming over pre-recorded. But if I do pre-record, I can say, hey, you know, it's 2 in the morning. I can sit down and record 2 videos, you know, before, you know, being over. I can't so much do that with the streaming, you know. I can't sit down and say, hey, you know, I can do like an hour stream or something, right? So I think that's just really the best option for me. And now I did say that, you know, that this is in part, right? And there is more to it than simply, you know, oh, you know, I don't know when I can stream, so therefore I'm not going to stream. Some of it is mental health, I guess you could say. The biggest issue with streaming during the day, other than the copyright, is my family, again, is very old-fashioned. They don't believe in any level of cursing or swearing. You know, if I say damn, they're going to get upset. If I say fuck, they're going to get upset. You know, like, that's just the way that is as well. Because, again, they're extremely old-fashioned, you know, an extremely old-fashioned family. And unfortunately, a lot of games have those kinds of words in them. Final Fantasy, for example, has, I've had to read off the words bastard before. I've had to read off the word shite, which it's funny that that's like acceptable to say, even though it's the same word as just saying shit, right? But it wouldn't be to my family. Like, I would not be able to even say that either, even though that is technically a replacement for a swear, right? And so they would not be accepting of that. I mean, they're not accepting of anything, really. They don't accept that they are extremely homophobic, they're extremely transphobic. I have been living under this family for, 34 years of my life. And of course, I came out as trans to them at the age of 17. I have now lived the same amount of life as I did before coming out to them as I have since. And I have currently zero hope of being able to transition or even live my life like myself, really. And that gets into, again, what I was saying with mental health is anything that I can do to do things at a time where it's not going to create conflict with my family, the better. Obviously, I would very much like to get out of this situation. I hate every bit of it. I have been very, very, I don't want to say the word, but I have, debated, not, living anymore several times, and it is extremely bad. It is extremely hostile. And it does not matter in the slightest bit to my family what I have said about this, how I have said it, anything. To them, they are doing the right thing. To them, their religious beliefs are that hatred and pain and, suffering are the correct things. That's just the way life is designed to them. They fully believe 100% that they should be, that they shouldn't just dislike or disagree with trans people or gay people, but that they should actively seek out and do everything in their power to make those people's lives miserable, in a hope that if they are miserable enough, they will come to the religion that is making them miserable, and then they won't be miserable anymore. Obviously, that is stupid. Obviously, that is horrible. Obviously, there is no way that that is correct. But that is their firm belief. 100%. Absolutely. And I have no way of getting around that myself. Unless somehow a bunch of people get together and, give me a way out of this situation. This is just going to be the situation I am in now for pretty much the rest of my life. I am disabled. I cannot work. other than doing these videos, basically. I, can't. I mean, my depression is so bad that I can't do anything, even if it weren't for the, severe amounts of pain that I am in on a daily basis. Um, but again, the family that I am unfortunately stuck with is convinced wholeheartedly, 100%, that any and all suffering that I am currently going through is because I will not renounce being trans, and that I will not renounce, the sins, as they put it, that I am committing. Um, and that's just it, that they are completely convinced that everything that has gone wrong in my life for the last 5 years is entirely the fault of me, and of, of me being trans, of me not being straight. I'm a girl. I like girls. I mean, I do like guys as well. Hey, it's playing. I saw the achievement and then I heard the sound. I am a girl. I like both guys and girls. My orientation is quoi, Quoi. I don't know how to pronounce that per se. Koi romantic, koi sexual. That's how I say it.
January 10th, 1992.
But koi,
koi,
it's the French word for what. It used to be called WTF, because what the frick, But the point that I'm trying to make here is that, again, they full 100% wholeheartedly believe that all of the suffering I'm going through is being caused by that, and that all I have to do is renounce all of that, and then my life will get better. That's obviously stupid to think. That's obviously wrong to think. But again, that is their belief. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm stuck in that situation until something changes. So, with worsening health, ever worsening health, with no way of, seeing doctors, or, getting out of the situation that I'm in, or things like that, there's just nothing that I can do. And so, to attempt to alleviate as many problems as my family might cause with, me streaming, I am just going to do pre-recorded videos for the time, and hope that maybe if I put this video out there, maybe if I make enough videos, something, if I keep working on the webcomic I am creating, Life of Alexis Perkins, which you can find on Comic Fury if you aren't aware. If I keep making YouTube videos in whatever time I can, if I just do what I can. I mean, this computer that I have now barely can run most of the games that I even used to be able to record on the computer I had before this. Um, and like, and like that's that again, and sort of an issue that I have going here, which is that the computer I had that was good did in fact die over a year ago. This last year, I have been struggling to make any videos or record, the things that I want to record. Um, there's just like it's all I can do right now, like I would love to record plenty of Final Fantasy 14, but I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and getting through the Shadowbringers MSQ and having only Final Fantasy 14 running, my computer is near dead. It is chugging along. It is barely able to keep up with what is going on in the game. If I tried to throw, a recording onto it, both the recording and the game and the whole computer would probably all crash. So, that is to say, I do plan on continuing and doing like Heaven's Word. And I'm hoping that that might get big enough, maybe, that, it might, bring in enough income that maybe I can get a better computer or something. But again, these are all just speculation. These are all just, I don't know what to do. So I'm throwing something out there and hoping, and if it doesn't pan out, who knows how much time I've just wasted. Like, I could spend the next year recording Heaven's Word, Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Word videos, and then nobody watches them, and so now I've just wasted a whole year recording something that doesn't work, right? And unfortunately, that's what YouTube is. You have to be willing to sit down and say, hey, this isn't working, so I have to stop and do something else. But I don't know what else to really do, so I don't know what else to try. Like, I'm working on a Minecraft mod pack, and it barely runs on my own computer. So, like, there's no chance of me being able to even record that, And I don't know any YouTubers that could, like, make it, YouTubers or Twitch streamers that could make the mod pack popular and, like, play on the server that I have for the mod pack when it's done, Like, I don't know what to do about that, Like, I have so many things that I would like to do, and none of them are anything that will really work out to be something bigger unless one thing happens and it suddenly takes off, I don't know if I'm making any sense at this point. This has been, 40 minutes of me rambling, I'm sure. But again, I'm mostly just making this as a, status update to let you all know what's going on, why things are how they are. That my old computer is broke, has been for a year. My Switch is broke, has been for a year. I know people would love to see me play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and, talk about how buggy it is and show it off and all that. I would too. I have so many games on my Switch that I would love to play. I mean, I don't have Scarlet or Violet, but that's because I don't have the money to buy them. But also, again, the Switch is broken, so I can't record anything off of it, even if I wanted to. And so it's like, like I wanted to do you know, Linkle of the Wild again now that Linkle 3.0 is out. But this computer cannot run the freaking Breath of the Wild and and OBS to record. It's just not capable of doing it. It is not strong enough. And I don't have anything, you know, like, I don't have any way around that. So, I think I've basically said everything I wanted to say. I can't think of anything else to say other than just, like, rehashing what I have said, basically. That said, hopefully you like this, you know, duck simulator here. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. I have seen a couple of, you know, streamers playing it, and mostly they put it on in the background in podcast. So for now, this might be sort of my podcast game. You know, my channel update video game. It's a video, but it's also a game. How about that? It's a video game. Ah, cripe. So, but yeah, there's a lot that I would like to do, and I don't know if me posting this video will change anything. You know, I'm not after sympathy. I'm not posting this because I want sympathy. Oh, you know, I'm not posting because, oh, woe is my life, look at me, right? I'm posting this just to tell people what's going on, let people know where my life is, what's going on with my life. If it turns into, hey, you have the sympathy of 100 people and we're all here to help, I would greatly appreciate it, but that's not my goal with this video, you know? And I want to make that clear. I'm not, like I said, I'm not making the video, hey, look at how much I am in pain or suffering. Instead, this video is just, hey, here's what's going on. Here's what's been going on. And this is what's going to happen, you know. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. So I think I'm going to end there. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Ooh, Dragon Duck. We can, you know, pause. Before we end off the video, I should say. We can stop and we can take a look at the ducks. You know, just to show, you know, what ducks we got in this, 45-minute period. You know, we have, well, I thought this was normal duck, but apparently not. It's Band-Aid duck. Unless it is just normal duck and the Band-Aids are from something, but I think this is, yeah, this is normal duck. So that's Band-Aid duck. And then we have, like, lightning bolt duck. And we have, like, Christmas ornament duck? Paper duck? Yeah, I don't think it's Christmas. Like, I thought Christmas ornament because, like, Christmas tree there. But, like, there's a lot of other things that are, like, drawn on here, so I think it's just, like, scribble duck. That's what it is. It's scribble duck. Isn't there a way to name the ducks? Yes. You can go into here and you can name the duckies. Here's Dragon Duck listed down here. What about over here? Here it is. It is Scribble Duck. Did I get... I thought I had Cheese Duck. Because I thought I saw it, but I think this is what I was looking at. And that might not be Cheese Duck. So... But there's Scribble Duck. And then, like, we also have, like, metal duck. And elect duck. And dragon duck. There we go. Well, at least a couple of them have names. I don't know what this red duck is. I don't see that. Oh, no, never mind. I'm just completely blind. Unfortunately, they don't have, like, default names that I can see. I think this is See, I don't know if it's leopard duck or if it's supposed to be cheetah duck. I'm going to call it cheetah duck, but you all can let me know if it's supposed to be leopard. I don't know what the difference is between cheetah and leopard, honestly. So, like, I legitimately don't. This is duck. Because that is basic duck. Also, let me know if there's some fun name that you would give to any of the ducks. Maybe I will look over the comments next time I do another duck video, and maybe I will name some of them based off of said comments. No guarantees, but maybe. But yeah, I guess with that, I will wait till another duck drops, and then I'll see you all next time. Because there is duck that is going to be dropping in like 30 seconds, I would say. I think this is panda duck. That looks like panda duck. Also, there's still like this like heavy duck, but I don't know which one that is in the collection. So, oh hey, there's baby ducks. Wait a minute. Can't click on the baby ducks. But there's baby ducks. Oh, they can't go down the slide either. Interesting. Baby ducks can't go down the slide. Oh, is red duck gonna go down? No, red duck's not. But cheetah duck is. Yay! Sploosh. I was gonna say, I hadn't gotten a shot of any of the ducks actually going down the slide yet. You know, we did get one going up the chute, but hadn't gotten one going down the slide, so. But yeah, that is ducks. That is all the things I have to say. I think this flamingo floaty just like slowly slides into the pool over time, cause like nothing's like pushing it in that direction. I think it just slowly creeps its way over, probably on purpose too. From the depth, like it's probably purposefully like sliding over. So the devs probably have it specifically set to do that. And there's a new duck. All right. Well, with the introduction of Smooth Duck. Because look at how smooth that duck is. Yeah. With the introduction of Smooth Duck here, I guess that's all I have to say. So, I hope you've enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below. There's a link to my Patreon down there, along with my Twitter and a few other things. There might be a playlist for channel updates, I'm not sure. I don't remember if I have one, and I don't know if I will make one. But if there's a playlist for channel updates and you want to see other channel updates, then I probably put it in the description. But I don't know. At the time of recording this, I do not know. But yeah. With that, whoa, that they like froze for a second there. Whee! Bye-bye, duck. That duck just came up, too. And they went straight down. That's great. Anyway, with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.